From the Collins Aerospace Studio at the Nordloff Center in downtown Rockford, it's time for Bergstrom State Line Quiz Bowl, Junior Edition.
Hello and welcome to the Collins Aerospace Studio here at the Nordloff Center. I'm Greg Peterson and this is the Bergstrom State Line Quiz Bowl, Junior Edition, Final Four. Let's meet our teams here. We're going to start with the Marshall Mustangs, who made it to our Final Four with a victory over St. Bridget. The Mustangs were led by their captain, Sophia's 11 correct buzz-ins. Sophia, let's meet you and your team again.
To my right is Shlok, and to my far right is Eli.
Welcome. And facing off against them are the St. Rita Saints, who, after a back-and-forth contest, got the better of Winnebago. The Saints were led by 9 correct buzz-ins from Carlo, but Weiland, you're the captain. Let's meet you guys again.
I'm Weiland from St. Rita. On my right is Carlo. On my left is Gage, and on my far left is Laura.
Welcome back. Let's go ahead and get started. We start the same way we always do, with the buzz-in round, which is brought to you by Rockford University. Fingers on buzzers, 10 points per right answer. Here we go. What last name was shared by the German linguist Jacob and his brother Wilhelm, who, that is Sophia?
Grimm.
Is correct, the brothers Grimm. In chemistry, the behavior in what situation is explained by Le Chatelier's principle? This term describes a reaction where the forward and backward processes are balanced, or generally a situation in which different forces balance each other out. Sophia?
Equilibrium.
That's right. Phaeton was the son of what god whose sacred cattle were eaten by Odysseus's men, and was the chariot-driving Greek god of, that's Sophia?
Hermes.
No, sorry, I'm going to finish the question for St. Rita. The chariot-driving Greek god of the sun. Weiland, you're in time.
Apollo.
No, sorry, it's a different sun god. This is Helios there. Everybody's back in. Next question. What B-flat reed instrument was the soloist in a concerto written for Anton Stadler? Plays a glissando near the beginning of Gershwin's That's Sophia?
Clarinet.
Is correct. That's Rhapsody in Blue there. What U.S. state is home to the White Sands Missile Range near Las Cruces? Several tourist traps commemorating a supposed 1947 UFO crash near That's Sophia?
New Mexico.
Roswell, New Mexico. What objects, which a tuning fork diagram classifies into lenticular, elliptical, and spiral forms, are massive collections of... That is Lily.
Galaxies.
That's correct. The Commonwealth of Independent States formed after the breakup of what country, where a 1991 coup d'etat failed after Boris Yeltsin climbed a tank in Moscow? Sophia?
The Soviet Union.
That's right. What football-like sport, which includes defensive... That's Weiland?
Rugby.
Sorry, no. I'll finish the question. Which includes defensive scoring plays called Callahans, may be played at the 2028 Olympics with frisbees. It shares its name with the most recently released entry in the Super Smash Bros. Series. That's Sophia.
Golf.
No, sorry, it's Ultimate Frisbee Super Smash Ultimate. Everybody's back in. What profession has a gonzo type performed by Hunter S. Thompson and a yellow type promoted by Joseph Pulitzer, who used sensationalism to sell the news? Sophia?
Journalism.
That's right. What kingdom of life can be fed by hyphae in systems of mycelia? Includes, that's Shlok.
Fungi.
Fungi is right. Great buzz there. What artist of Viva la Vida Watermelons and The Broken... Sophia?
Kahlo.
Frida Kahlo. Excellent job. What Canadian province, which controls Anticosti Island in the Gulf of St. Lawrence, borders Newfoundland's portion of the Labrador Peninsula, New Brunswick, New England, and Ontario? It's a primarily French-speaking... That's Sophia.
Quebec.
Won the buzzer race. That's 10. What American political family included Connecticut Senator Prescott and Florida Governor Jeb, as well as a CIA director turned president and a... That's Shlok.
Whitney.
No, sorry, I'll finish it out. As well as a CIA director turned president and a Texas governor turned president, George H.W. and George W. Carlo.
Bush.
Is correct. Name the novel in which Lori Lawrence gets married to Amy after being rejected by her sister Jo. That's Lily.
Little Women.
Little Women is correct. And that's the round. So an excellent start there with Marshall with 110, but St. Rita plenty of time to get back in it with 10. We'll see you right after this. And welcome back to the Final Four here at State Line Quiz Bowl Junior Edition. We've seen some really excellent individual play, but it's going to be time for the volleyball round where we see these teams collaborate and work together as a team. But before we get there, I would like to thank our judge for today, who is Heather Baker, the principal at Dorothy Simon Elementary School over in Winnebago. Normally that would be the end of the description, but I think it's also worth pointing out that Ms. Baker has been named one of Nextstar's Remarkable Women for 2025. So congratulations on that, but also thank you for keeping everything on the up and up. So we've got a volleyball round here. We know how it works. You're going to have just 5 seconds to collaborate and get your answer to the captain to get it to me. We're going to start with a question from Marshall. Here we go. Operations Fortitude and Bodyguard prepared for what military operation, which included amphibious landings at Sword and Omaha beaches, and was a 1944 Allied invasion of Normandy?
D-Day.
Yes. St. Rita. Name the F. Scott Fitzgerald novel, narrated by Nick Carraway, in which many lavish jazz-age parties are hosted by the title character.
The Great Gatsby.
Is right. Marshall, what collection of poetic short stories is narrated by pilgrims like The Miller and the Wife of Bath? It was written by Geoffrey Chaucer.
Canterbury Tales.
Is correct.
Nice.
St. Rita, what region of the Earth has a solid inner section and a liquid iron nickel outer section that sits below the mantle?
The core.
That's right. Marshall, what kind of creature is kicked by an attendant of the Infanta Margarita in Diego Velázquez's painting Las Meninas, which also shows the mastiff type of these animals?
Dog.
Yes. St. Rita, what ancient Greek mathematician who legendarily ordered the drowning of Hippasus for daring to suggest that irrational numbers existed, names a theorem relating the side lengths of a right triangle?
Pythagoras.
Yes. Marshall, what process, the reverse of condensation, occurs when a liquid turns into a gas more slowly than it does during boiling?
Evaporation.
In time, well done. St. Rita, what surname was shared by First Lady Dolly and President James, who lived in the White House when it was burned by the British during the War of 1812?
Monroe.
Sorry, off by one, Madison. Over to Marshall. What game, whose 2025 spin-off, Night Rain, features co-op play in Limgrave, is a 2022 Game of the Year winner by From Software that's often described as an open-world Dark Souls?
Elden Ring? Elden Ring?
That's right. You weren't sure, but you were right. St. Rita, devastating floods have given the nickname China's Sorrow to what colorfully named river that's the second longest in China?
The Yellow River.
Yes. Marshall, what objects does Jim Young purchase for his wife Della in O. Henry's twist-ending short story, The Gift of the Magi?
Combs.
Yes. St. Rita, the model organism Drosophila melanogaster is what kind of insect whose eyes and wings were studied by the geneticist Thomas Hunt Morgan?
Bees.
No, it's a fruit fly on that one. Marshall, what modern-day country was occupied in the Greater Wrath and the Lesser Wrath by Russia, which invaded from the east into towns like Helsinki?
Finland. Finland.
That's right. And that is the round. So we've got good scoring by both teams. We now have Marshall at 180, St. Rita at 50, and we're going to start playing for pizza right after this. Welcome back. It's time for something not completely different, but a little different. It's time for the Bergstrom bonus question, which is sponsored by Salamone's Italian Restaurant. It's going to be one question on the buzzer here, and whoever gets it right will win for their team a pizza and pasta party courtesy of Salamone's. Fingers on buzzers. Good luck. Here we go. In June of 1885, the United States was gifted the Statue of Liberty by which Western Wyland
France.
is correct. So that is a pizza and pasta party for you guys, courtesy of Salamone's. We'll be back to playing for points with the lightning rounds in a moment. It's time for this game's lightning rounds, where the teams are going to try to blaze their way through 10 questions on a subject. But what subject will that be? Well, St. Rita, you're going to have the first pick. From lost burial sites, Aesop's animals, and pop music or popcorn music? Okay. So given some clues about pop songs that include a food or beverage in the title, name the food or beverage. Sometimes I'll say blank and you fill in the blank. Other times I'll just describe the song because the food or beverage is the whole title. I think it'll make sense as we do it, but you'll have a minute on the clock to get through 10. Remember that all the answers need to come from Wyland, and remember that you can pass. Ready? Cool. The shortest Hot 100 hit of all time, Steve's Lava blank.
Chicken.
Yes. Coffee drink in a Sabrina Carpenter hit.
Espresso.
Yes. Chapel Roan's Red blank Supernova.
Pass.
By Charlie XCX, a fruit that don't fall far from the tree.
Apple.
Yes. Lainey Wilson's blank Moonshine or blank Sugar by Harry Styles.
Watermelon.
Yes. Breakfast food sold at a house in a Jonas Brothers song.
Waffle.
Yes. A BTS #1 hit about being smooth like...
Butter.
Yes. Blackpink's highest charting US single, a dessert-themed collab with Selena Gomez.
Ice cream.
Yes. Jimmy Buffett's Blank in Paradise.
Margarita.
No. By Prince, blank Beret.
Strawberry. No.
No. Chapel Roan's Red blank Supernova.
Velvet.
No. And that's both out of time, and it means that you've taken a shot at every single one of those. So you got 7 of those right. That's 70 points. Nice job. We're going to have 30 seconds for Marshall to try and steal the 3 that you missed. And again, Marshall, if the food or beverage is the entire title, I'm just going to describe the song. If it's part of the title, you'll get the blank. Here we go. Chapel Roan's Red blank Supernova.
Wine.
Yes. Jimmy Buffett's Blank in Paradise.
Tomato. Pineapple. Pineapple.
No. And by Prince, blank Beret.
I don't know. Bread. Is it bread? I don't know. Bread?
No. And that is all 3 of them. So you got Red Wine Supernova, that's 10 points. It's Cheeseburger in Paradise by Jimmy Buffett, a song, and then, if I remember correctly, a cheeseburger chain. And Prince, you guys were real close, St. Rita. It's Raspberry Beret. So 70 points that way, 10 points that way. And now our choice. Marshall, you're picking between Lost Burial Sites and Aesop's Animals.
Aesop. Okay. Aesop's Animals.
Okay. I need you to name the following types of animals that feature in fables by Aesop.
Just look at me.
Here we go. Bird that laid golden eggs, inspiring an alliterative idiom.
Goose.
Yes. Reptile that wins a race against an arrogant
Tortoise.
hare.
Tortoise.
Yes. Animal that a boy cried in several false alarms, ruining his credibility.
Wolf.
Yes. Mammal that can't reach some grapes and calls them sour in protest.
Fox.
Yes. Insect who begs from an ant who actually worked to store food for the winter.
Caterpillar. Caterpillar.
No. Big cat who is freed from hunters by a mouse that he had previously spared.
Lion.
Yes. Type of mouse who visits the country mouse.
City mouse.
No. Clever bird that drops pebbles into a pitcher of water.
Crow.
Yes. Amphibian who tries to inflate himself to be ox-sized.
Frog.
Yes. The forest animal that eats the vines it was hiding in.
Snake? I don't know. Deer? Deer?
Yes. And that's 10 questions and you didn't pass anything, so nice job. That's 80 points there. We've got 2 coming your way, St. Rita. Again, name the following types of animals that feature in fables by Aesop. Insect who begs from an ant who actually worked to store food for the winter.
A fly?
No. And type of mouse who visits the country mouse.
Field mouse?
No, and that is the 2, so we're over there. That's the ant and the grasshopper is that one. And heard Marshall say it and then went the other way. It was the town mouse after all. So nothing stolen there, I'm afraid. And we have, going into our final round, 270 for Marshall, 120 for St. Rita. See you in a moment. And welcome back. We've had a great game so far, and now it's time for the final challenge, which is brought to you, as always, by Mercy Health. We're back on the buzzer for individual questions here, but it's 20 points on every right answer. Good luck. Here we go. What U.S. city is home to Torrey Pines Natural Reserve, Balboa Park, and the most visited zoo in the United States? That's Carlo.
San Diego.
Is right. Nice job. What man who joins Judas and Cassius in the maw of Lucifer at the end of Inferno is, Sophia?
Julius Caesar?
No, sorry. I'll finish the question. Is asked at 2 as he kills the title character in Julius Caesar. That's time. It's at 2 Brute, that's Brutus there. What classification of natural things includes phages, which replicate inside bacteria, retro ones that infect host cells that is Lily?
Viruses?
Yes. What country where the Tsavo man-eating lions complicated the building of the 19th century Uganda Railway had its capital under British control at the port city of Mombasa until, Schluck?
Kenya?
Is right.
Yeah.
Until in 1907 they moved it to Nairobi. What band, which created the film Interstellar 5555 for their album Discovery, wore robot helmets and created songs that is, Sophia?
Daft Punk.
Correct. What battle was immediately preceded by delivery of the Hull note, had a third wave canceled by Admiral Yamamoto, and failed to completely disable the U.S. fleet in Hawaii in 1940? That's Sophia.
Pearl Harbor?
Yes. What country is the home of writers Nadine Gordimer and Alan Paton, who wrote the novels July's People and Cry the Beloved Country to describe the effects of its racist policies like that, Sophia?
South Africa?
Before I said apartheid. Nice job. What political body, which was threatened by Guy Fawkes in the Gunpowder Plot, consists of the Houses of Commons and Lords and is the main legislative body of the United Kingdom? Sophia?
English Parliament?
Yeah. Surprise to you, I guess, but 20 points. What piano piece, officially titled Bagatelle Number 25, opens with alternating E and that's Lily?
Fur-Elise.
Well done, yes. What mathematical operation, which the gamma function extends to numbers other than positive integers, is calculated by multiplying the input number by every positive integer less than it? And that's Sophia.
Factorization?
No. I'll finish the question. And is symbolized with an exclamation mark. That's time. Sorry, Sophia. Factorial is a different thing. Next question. What astronomical objects, the eagle one of which includes the pillars of creation, are interstellar clouds of gas and dust? That's Carlo.
Nebula.
Is correct. And it's correct at the buzzer. So that is a final score. Of 410 for Marshall. I believe, if I'm counting correctly, behind 12 correct answers from Sophia, to 160 for St. Rita. St. Rita, I think, yeah, let's get a round of applause. St. Rita, you played well, but I think you just kind of ran into a buzzsaw today. It's been an absolute pleasure having you here. Hope to see you next season. Marshall, We'll see you in the final. Absolutely well done there. We hope to see you all for our second Final Four game and then for the final. So goodbye for now. Cool.